All right, Shalom, Israel. It's the ISUPK. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, back in 1969, under commanding General Yohana. This is ISUPK, Florida. Precinct Officer Kazak Tamar, ISUPK, Duval County. Over here on Pearl World. Over here, Pearl World. I'm about to drop the link in the chat. If anybody want to join in, read, do all that good stuff. Hold on 1 second. Get that in. All right, cool. All right, let's get started. It's Monday night. Scripture breakdown class where we go through these scriptures, answer questions, read, try to get a true understanding of who the biblical Jews is of the Bible, what the Lord wants us to do, what we supposed to be doing that we ain't doing, or maybe we are. I think some people think they're doing it. Well, it have to line up according to the scriptures, so we go through the scriptures to try to make sure. While we got a couple people in, let's go ahead and get Hebrews 5 and 12. Hebrews 5 and 12, we'll start there, and then take some of your questions. Shalom, Yabashim Shabakatah. What's going on, Jaheim? All right, Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12, that's where we at. And once we break it down, then I'll see if anybody got any questions. All right. Make sure y'all liking the live, sharing it, doing all that good stuff so we can get people in this truth. All right. Jaheim, can you read?
Come.
Can you read Hebrews 5 and 12 for me real quick?
Come. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat.
So there's a time where you ought to be teachers, like right now, like what scriptures say, teach these laws, statutes, and commandments to your children, write them on your doorposts, write them on your eyelids, bound them to your forehead, all these different things. It's not literally talking about doing that. I don't know if y'all ever seen the fake Jews, right? And they get these little things and they got a little scroll and they hang them on their forehead. And they do literally, you know what I'm saying, put them in front of their eyes and they write them on their hands because they don't understand the spirit of the Lord. What the Lord is telling you is to always be diving into these things and making sure that you continuously learning and reminding yourself of what the Lord had you to do. It's not literally writing these things inside your hand and on your doorpost, but if that's what you need to do, go ahead and do it. Feel free. But he said it comes a time where you ought to be teachers. You have you have need that one teach you again. The reason that is because all we've been taught is lies. We've been taught our own God through the lens of our oppressor. So now if you teaching me about God and you telling me after you done whipped our back and had us in slavery and got free labor and killed us and shot us and fed us to alligators and all of this, you the person that's going to tell me about God, guess what? The God ain't going to reflect the God that had nothing to do with me. He going to be for you. He going to be a God that you know what I'm saying, is going to help you when I'm the one that's crying out for help, when I'm the one that needs salvation. So now we got to go back and look at these scriptures, just like the brothers did who started this school. They were studying up under them Jewish people. They were studying up under the rabbis, the men that started it, Rabbi Matthew, Rabbi Ford. They was going into these synagogues and studying with these people. And then all of a sudden they realized, wait a minute, this stuff apply to us. It don't apply to them. Why are we learning from them when we are actually the real people of the book? And that's where it started. You have need that one teach you again the first principles of the oracles of God. Everybody want to be deep. Everybody want to say something heavy. Everybody want to have something profound to say, but they cannot understand thou shalt and thou shalt not. They can't understand do this, don't do that. They can't understand love your neighbor as yourself. That stuff like 5-year-olds can understand. But we still have to go over and over again because people love themselves more than they love the Most High, or they love an invisible power and hate their brother or their sister that's right in their face every day. Got to be taught again. The first principles of the oracles of God. They have become them that have need of milk and not of strong meat. So before you get into all this deep stuff in the truth and you want to find out everything, who is the lion and who is the bear in Revelations and the water bear. And I heard a brother breaking down the zodiacs in the Bible. I was like, damn, way too deep for me. Don't eat pork. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. Like, don't sleep with nobody old lady. Like, that's where I'm at with it. I can't get that deep where the brothers is going in. Yeah, and the Hebrew is a masculine singular vowel, and it goes back to this word, which means this and that. And man, come on, bro. Listen, I remember when Captain Tazaria was battling Polite, and Polite was bringing like some heavy stuff. He talking about I don't know what, the Bothaming gland and all this other stuff. He breaking out all these different things, and Cap just kept hitting him back with like, how's that gonna get crack out together? like, you know what I'm saying? You so deep. You know what I'm saying? You got all the answers for everything. Can you please tell us how we go get 2 million blacks and Hispanics out of prison? Is that gonna stop us from going to prison? Is that gonna stop us from shooting each other over a block that nobody owns a house on, or because we got on different colors? Like, everything you saying can be so deep, but the simplicity of the Most High is milk. And I'm telling you, Captain Katazai, I heard him say it. He said, man, we get ready for these debates. Me and Captain Tazari, y'all have books like this. They have books stacked up. They ready to bring them out. And the milk cuts everything. The same stuff you hear, Deuteronomy 28, you know what I'm saying? Like, even the stuff Christians say, it cuts even Christians because they saying it's in the Bible, but they have no idea what they're talking about. So now that's what we try to do here. Jaheim, you got any questions?
Come, sir. I don't got a particular scripture of it, but my question was, so like Adam had Cain and Abel, right, sir?
Right.
So if Adam had Cain and Abel, how was Cain an Edomite if Adam was a Israelite? Without that would be my question.
Who told you that Cain was an Edomite?
Because when they say he was cast to the mountains,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't that be of the Edomites or La?
I got you. All right, I got you on that. So I'll break that down. Nobody else in here got no questions. Anybody got any questions? Go ahead and put them online. I'll go ahead and start. Everybody else probably jump in the next couple of minutes. They used to start, and I started a little bit early. I'm here, Brentwood. They closed their library early, so I wanted to go ahead and get it cracking. Let's do this. All right. So first, I'll break it down for you what you got right and what you got wrong. Right. Adam wasn't an Edomite because Edom wasn't born. Not Adam. Cain wasn't an Edomite because Edom wasn't born. Right. The spirit that inhabited Cain to kill your brother, that type of spirit. Right. The same way we say that the spirit that inhabited Christ was Adam, that spirit was the same spirit that inhabits the Edomite this day. All right. So like that's where you're missing. If you're looking at him like he was a white man, then you're missing the point of where we say Cain and Edom is like the same. They the same children. In other words, Esau, right, was the one who wanted to murder Jacob. They was fighting in the womb, right? Christ telling you to love your brother as yourself. They wanted to kill their brother. Cain literally did it. Esau was chasing Jacob around, like, you know what I'm saying, in vengeance. And we're gonna go through that a little bit today too. I just thought about it. I don't know if y'all heard, but there was a mass shooting in Maine white man killed like 18 people and wounded like 50. He just walks into a restaurant and a bar and grill, they say, and a bowling alley and just starts shooting people just randomly. People he don't know. Now, I don't know if he was pissed off about something. He knew somebody in there, but think about it. It's one thing where you got smoke with somebody and you see them, it's on sight. It's another thing to just start killing innocent people that ain't got nothing to do with nothing that you ain't never met before. Right? That's the spirit that your oppressor has on him. That's one. The next thing, down there, right where we go to camp at, Jaheim, you was down there with us in
No.
Ybor City in Tampa. The other night, Saturday night, and thank God, Commanding General Yohana tells us to stand down on weekends like this. We all be upset about it, like, man, dang, I want to go to camp. Well, right out there where we have camp at, they have some Halloween party out of Ybor City in Tampa. They get drunk, white people getting in fights. Oh, I can't say, can I? I got to get on here and tell me whether I can say white people. Anyway, that's what happened. White people was getting in fights and end up killing people. I think 2 or 3 people got murdered down there, right in Ybor City where we have camp at. And thank God we wasn't out there. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. I'm looking at these zombies and all of these people dressed up and they high and out, drunk out their mind downtown Orlando. And I was kind of happy the general told us I couldn't go. I was upset at first, like, dang, ready to go and blaze on all of these fools and all they grown ass in these dumb costumes. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We ain't had no business out there anyways. So back to what I was saying. The spirit that inhabited Cain is the same spirit that is on the white man today. And the precept for that, right, is, let me get it for you. It's when it says with dragon, which is called serpent, or the same serpent from the beginning, something like that. I gotta find it. Give me a second.
You said same serpent?
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking. Let me see if I can find it.
It's called the devil and the serpent, something like that, right there. Hold on, I think I got it. Who's that came in?
I think it's Revelation 20.
Yeah, I think that's it. Which is called, it says, which is called the devil.
It say Revelation 20:1. It say, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. Verse 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Yeah, stop right there. So, like, look, when we say the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, when we say that, right, literally, he's just a man. But when we start talking about deceiver, we start talking about, accuser, we start talking about murderer, we start talking about all the things that Satan or Satan or the adversary does in the Bible, it's referring to him. When you start talking about hell in the Bible, the best idea I can give you of what hell is in the Bible is prison. It's jail. It's dungeon. It's a dungeon. You understand? So, like, when you saying it, I think you taking it literal. Like, that was literally Cain, right? Well, he was literally white, meaning like he had white skin. No, we talking about that same spirit that inhabits Esau today, or the children of Esau today. It's the same spirit that Cain had in him. And then when you get to the end of the book, he's being bound. And I saw an angel come down from heaven having the keys to the bottomless pit and great chains in his hand. This is Revelations 20:2. and he laid hold on the dragon. Now in Revelations, he a dragon, not a serpent, but it's a man though. It's just like when it says, "How art thou fallen, O Lucifer?" It's talking about the king of Tyre. But when other people see it, like, you know what I'm saying, who not in the truth, they saying it's talking about an angel that's falling out the sky, falling from heaven, and not realizing that it's talking about a man that sits in a heavenly place and that's being taken down. How art thou fallen, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Hey, shalom, Yabashim Sharagatha, Nashab, Aitzazah, y'all good? I think you on. Hold on, let me unmute you. Shalom, shalom. I can't unmute him.
Shalom, sir.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, you good?
Yes, sir. Shalom, y'all.
All right, Yabashim Sharagatha. Yeah, so what we talking about in the shop is the brother asked, how was Cain Esau? And I'm breaking down the fact that Cain is not Esau. The spirit that was in Cain inhabits Esau. So we'll say that it was the white man, but it wasn't no white men in that time. You understand, right?
Okay.
Okay, all right. So if you got any precepts on it, the only one that I could think of off the top was in Revelation chapter 20, where it calls the dragon, which is the white man whose kingdom is fallen, that old serpent. Like, it equates him to being the same serpent way back, and he's called the devil, and he's called Satan, and he's being bound for 1,000 years. So this is an example of, the Bible using similes and metaphors. It's like a Christian might call it a typology. I don't know if y'all ever heard that. Like Noah was a typology of Christ. We would say Melchizedek. It was an appearance of Christ. You're talking about the King of Peace, you know what I'm saying, King of Salem or whatever. Talking about, the priest after a different order prior to it even being a such thing as
Talking about, the priest.
Like somebody got a they got me on YouTube. Yeah, throughout. So yeah, when it comes to that spirit that inhabited Cain, that's the same spirit that inhabited Esau. Do you understand, or do you need me to try to find some more for you, Jai?
I understand, sir. The water.
All right, Most High in Christ. Anybody else got any questions?
One.
Go ahead, and then I got a question and a question from the class here. I'll try to answer that question too. Go ahead with your question though. I think that's Magazar. Magazar, you got it on YouTube? I think that's Magazar. Magazar, you got it on YouTube? I think that's Magazar. All right, go ahead, Lewis.
Khan Salaki. That's me.
Yeah, close the YouTube and we won't get that feedback. Go ahead,
Sluggish, sir. I just wanted to know in Judges chapter 19, verse 2, when it says the concubine, right? It said she played the whore. Is that adultery, or is it something different from adultery?
All right, let me okay. Let's go ahead and read it. Start at verse 1.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 19, verse 1. And it came to pass in those days, when there was no king in Israel, that there was a certain Levite sojourner on the side of the mount of Ephraim, who took him a concubine out of Bethlehem, Judah. Verse 2. And his concubine played the whore against him, and she
Mm-mm-mm.
went away from him unto her father's house
Mm-hmm.
to Bethlehem, Judah, and was there 4 whole months. Verse 3. And her husband arose and went
And
after
who?
her,
And what?
and her husband arose
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and went after her to speak friendly unto her, and to bring her again, having his servant with him, and a couple of asses. And she brought him unto her father's house. And when the father of the damsel saw him, he rejoiced to meet him.
That's right. Now get up
Verse
out of
4.
here. I'm so glad you're here. Take her back to your house. I don't want to hear. But anyway, go ahead to verse 4. We'll come back
Verse
over and break it
4.
down.
Cannot one. And his father and his father-in-law, the damsel's father, retained him, and he abode with him 3 days. So they did eat and drink, and lodged there. Verse 5. And it came to pass on the 4th day, when they arose early in the morning, that he arose up to depart. And the damsel's father said unto his son-in-law, Comfort thine heart with a morsel of bread, and afterward go your way. Verse 6.
I'm trying to see where it talks about what really happened. I guess it's verse 10.
You want me to skip straight, sir?
Yeah, go to verse 10.
Cannot one. The book of Judges, chapter 19, verse 10. But the man would not tarry that night, but he rose up and departed, and came over against Jebus, which is Jerusalem, and there were with him 2 asses saddled, and his concubine also was with him. Verse 11. And
So did
when they
he took her
came,
with him? Hold on, wait. What is this?
Cancer.
Let me make sure I got that. This is what I was gonna do though. Let's go back to your question first. Right? All right, so this is the word concubine in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. It says in the Bible, not a paramour, but a woman lawfully united in marriage to a man in a relationship inferior to that of a regular wife. Concubinage is assumed and provided for in the law of Moses, which tried to prevent its excesses and abuses. Concubines enjoyed only the right of lawful cohabitation. They had no authority in the family or its household affairs. Their husbands could send them away with a small present, and could their children could by no means of small presents be excluded from the heritage. The children were regarded as legitimate, although the children of the first wife were preferred in the distribution of inheritance. All right. So that being said, what a concubine is a wife, no different than any other wife. She just don't have as much say so in the family. So let's say if let me see how can I put it. When it starts talking about all these wives that Solomon had, and then it started talking about 700 concubines, he didn't deal with all of these concubines. Sometimes they were kept women for a king, but in a regular sense, you know what I'm saying, a man who was living a regular life, not like Solomon. He was ridiculous. But anyway, a man living a regular life would have time to deal with a concubine. He just would not have. She would not share all the same all the same rights, I guess, as what you would call a normal wife. So she could be a servant. You know how Jacob's wives gave him their servant. You know what I'm saying? They were just as much wives as the other ones, but however, they were servants. So he would not have treated them the same way, even though they were just as much his wife as anybody else. So it's a hard way to explain it, because you got times in the Bible where a concubine is just a kept woman, meaning like for the king, she's waiting and bathing in cinnamon and all types of beautiful goodness, waiting for the opportunity to lay with the king. Now, in Solomon's case, she got a long damn way. But for a normal man, normally in Israel, 2 or 3 wives was normal. But 5, 6, 11, 15, 100, those was just special brothers that could deal with stuff that a mere man like myself is not capable of dealing with. You understand, right? So the answer to your question is, she was considered the possession no different than a wife would be considered the possession of her husband. No different. So if she goes off and with another man, she absolutely was committing adultery. All right. In our culture, even if a man and a woman was just if they were what we would call engaged, right? If they courting, she's off limits to the rest of the world. Yeah. So they would consider it like they getting married until they find out they not. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you would treat that. Like she already belongs to him till I hear other word. So the answer to your question is absolutely. But why you asked this question though? I think it was something else you was trying to find out.
Salakia, sir. The reason why I was asking was because the Levite brother went to go speak nicely to her, so I wasn't sure if if playing the whore was the same as adultery, because she should be put to death. So with you saying that, I think the brother was just weak.
I was about to say, brothers love whores, man. I can show you who is that. Who is that? Judah?
$40.
Who is that? Who is that? $40 is $40 is $40. Like,
God out of what?
Who's that? Hey, what do y'all brothers? One of y'all brothers tell me who that was that gave her all his signet ring. He gave her his signet ring and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Angles and all kind of stuff. Huh? That was Judah, right?
Okay.
Yeah. That don't mean it was right. That don't mean it was right, Lewis. That don't mean it was lawful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So nah. In all aspects, yeah, there were certain things in the law where even if a woman played the whore or whatever the case may be, if they didn't have the two witnesses, then it was an accusation, and sometimes they would have to take it before the priest. And then if they didn't have for sure who was lying, she would have to drink this potion, and if she died, then that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? It was more to it. There was always a counsel and a judgment. It wasn't just like, you know what I'm saying, this how it happened. Or you walk in, you see your rib with another dude, you just start throwing big ass rocks at her. It wasn't like that. You had to take her before the priest, and you had to judge her for that sentence in order for her to be killed. All right. Any other questions? Who said count on one time? Who said that? Oh, you said it. And who else said it? Somebody else said it.
Khan, sir. I said it too.
All right, go ahead, Itazar.
My question is, how do we prove to people, or would we prove that the plague that was on Esau at birth is still with him today, right? So like the plague of not having uh, skin tone, you know what I'm saying? Without basically the curse of Cain, right? He was cursed with the mark. How do we prove that he still has that same mark today?
That's a little tough. I'm gonna tell you why. Right, the children of Israel come in different colors. Right, you got some Israelites that look like white people. Right, in the same instance, we always show that we're not about colorism. We always use people like Bob Marley and his sons who take a hold of Bob Marley's mama, who is an Israelite, skin tone and color and culture as far as with the music and everything, but they still are the children of white men. Can I say white men? I can say that, right?
I think as long as it's not derogatory.
All right, I'll make sure it's not derogatory. But when I'm saying it, just know it's derogatory. All right. But anyway, all right. Anyways, okay. They took all the characteristics of those people, of Edomites, even though of Israelites, even though they're Edomites by way of their father. So when you're talking about skin tone, it's like that really matters to us here in America more than it does anywhere else. I was having conversations. When we was in Orlando Saturday, we was at the Jamaican restaurant, and the sister was talking to us about all the trips she took, traveled the world, and how in some places the darker you are, to them they feel like you're closer to the Most High, or whatever the case may be, or you royalty or whatever. And there was this sister that went over there from here, and she was being treated so good that she didn't want to come home. Like, we used to it being the opposite over here in America. The skin tone thing is more so like a marker for us, because in America everything is black and white. However, back when there was no white people per se, like back then, everybody had melanin. Even the Spaniards, the Egyptians, you had all of these different people, and everybody had melanin. So when it's describing Esau back then, that's the same mark that Cain had. And I don't know if that's what Jaheim was asking earlier. He said that he put a mark so everybody would know not to mess with him, right? But Cain didn't create a whole lineage of people that had the same mark, but Esau did. And the Lord put that on them as a people. However, there are Israelites who have light skin, and there are Edomites who look like black people. But the same spirit inhabits them. To try to do that, it'll be almost like some of our brothers that are Israelites that's light-skinned, we would have to put them in the same box with the white man. And I would never want to do that, because I realize that a different spirit inhabits them by them being the Lord's people. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty black. I'm pretty black, and that's how I roll. But my skin color don't make me more righteous than Lewis. You understand what I'm saying? It don't. Your nationality is who the Lord chose. So we don't really do it like that, because that's like a very shallow way of looking at things. However, in the grand scheme of things, it's like when we say black women are wicked. Of course, I'm not talking about Maria. Why would I ever do that? She is great and wonderful, right? But we talking about black women and bunching them up together. And it's a blanket statement, is what they call it, right? It say black men don't take care of their kids. I know every last one of y'all brothers on here better be taking care of your kids, or when I see you, I'm gonna call you out, right? That's what it is. But it's a blanket statement that you take and you put it over. It does not apply to every single person. So if you want to go and try to prove it like that by somebody's skin color makes them some kind of way wicked, then now you're gonna bunch people in that bunch that don't fit in that category, and then you're gonna get cut. You know what I'm saying? So I would never do it, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like an overview. It's like when we say blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in North and South America, that's predominant. In the Caribbean, that's predominant. But all of us know that they scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You know what I'm saying? We got brothers that's in Japan, brothers in Australia, brothers in the UK, brothers in Africa, brothers everywhere. So you can't. So when we saying it's a blanket statement and it could not apply. So y'all just got to remember that when you're trying to prove a point, you don't want to prove a point with a blanket statement because that point can always be proven wrong because it does not apply to everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Itazab?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You understand what I'm saying?
If I may,
Who you was trying to tell that they had the mark of Cain? Who you was trying to tell?
it's not like that. Okay, so like in the case where you breaking it down, like Esau is the white man today. Esau is the oppressor
Right.
today. Right?
Right.
Somebody might say, well, Esau had, back then Esau had dark skinned wives, so their children would have came out dark skinned, or at least with some type of skin tone. And so now today you have the oppressor who is pink. You know what I'm saying? Then you have Bob Marley's that have that skin tone that they're talking about.
Right.
So how would you
what's the
would you
point?
even waste your time trying to break it down, like how that works?
I mean, sometimes you can, but how you got to do is you got to make sure that they know that you're not oblivious to the fact that, you know what I'm saying, that everybody, this rule don't apply to everybody. They make statements and say Israelites say things because they don't understand that sometimes we make blanket statements and it's in general. It does not apply to everybody. However, it's like when they say the original man was black. So if the original man was black and the original woman was black, then where the hell white people come from anyway? Everybody, if the dark skin traits is the dominant traits, and everybody's children who's dark, then where do albinos and all of these different things come from? You see what I'm saying? There's an exception to the rule. Spiritually, the Lord put a mark on Cain once he committed that crime to make sure that everybody knew that he was different from everybody else. And the Lord have set aside a people in that same manner. Now, some of them look like you because of they done mixed with your people, or they done mixed with, the Hamite, or they done mixed with the Japhite, or they mixed with other brown people and they look like you. Moses was mistaken for an Egyptian. So it ain't about skin color at all. Paul was mistaken for an Egyptian. So it ain't about skin color. It's only like that in America. Now, clearly in America, race means everything. I would do it over here. If we just saying on a local scale, you know what I'm saying? Can I say that? All right, cut this. I know a cracker when I see one. All right. All right, Salakia. Did I answer your question?
Just so you know, sir, this is live. We can't edit.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know. Put it on private afterwards or something like that. But you can say that.
It's live right now, though.
Everybody eat crackers.
Yeah, everybody do eat crackers. I got some saltine
crackers. Ritz and cheese. No, I'm talking about. Anyways, go ahead, Magazar. What's your question? Oh, I got a lot of people here, man. Y'all turn me up. Shout me. I gotta do it. I almost feel like I had to do a roll call. People here who don't never be here. You know what I'm saying? Sister Shayara, if you could get with, I don't know, get my number, right? I'm finna give it to you. This for the sister Shayara. It's a sister that's in Panama City, that's in the truth in ISUPK, Florida, who wants to link up with you, but I don't have your information, so I'm gonna give you my number so I can exchange y'all numbers together. She's gonna be there, I believe, for the rest of the week, and she wants to meet you. All right, so give me a call or a text. Just text me your information. 904-405-5183. All right, that's for the sister Shayara. You have a sister in Panama City who would like to meet you, and she wants to exchange information. It's the best way I could do it. I told her, I was like, she'll be in class. She don't miss class. So I did my job. Go ahead, Magazar, with your question. I got some priests in here. These brothers are going to help me teach this class. Magazar, you must be on mute. Hey, in the meantime, let me say this, right? I got a question. The question is, how, like, when people be saying, the Lord told me to tell you something, right? Somebody come to you and say, the Lord told me to tell you that, you know, I don't know, you're going to be rich, or you're going to be mighty, or you're going to have 10 beautiful wives and 100 children. The Lord told me to tell you this, right? And let's just say you accidentally get rich, or you absolutely have 10 wives and 100 children, and that person ain't in the truth. I want y'all priests to find me some scriptures where a person that's not in the truth can be used by the Most High in order to either convey a message or give somebody a prophecy. All right? In the meantime, y'all look for that. Any priest that want to help a brother out. Go ahead, Magazine.
Can I get a breakdown on 1 Corinthians 13 and 2?
Really? Go ahead and read it.
Okay.
Who came in with the sound effects?
My bad.
Good night. Hey, is Razan on the stage? Razan on the stage. Shalom, Mario.
Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Hashem.
Hey, Yahweh Shurgatha. We got some sisters in the chat, sisters in the class. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Latham, everybody that's tuned in. Make sure y'all ask y'all questions. All right. And the shop went at about 8 o'clock. I'm gonna jump off and I'm gonna jump back in, kind of like Jaheim and Razan. I'm gonna jump back in on the audio. All right.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead with the scripture. You said 1 Corinthians 11 and 3, right?
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 13, verses 2.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why. I know why I'm trying to go there. 1 Corinthians 13. Any one of the troopers that song want to go ahead and read it for the brother?
Right.
You see that? You see that? I say any one of y'all troopers want to read for the brother. That boy Lewis say, "Con, I don't want con." What's that crazy? He ain't gonna get it. I hope he don't get it. Go ahead.
Okay. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 2. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understood all the mysteries and all the knowledge.
Verse 1.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 1. Though I speak with tongues of men and angels, and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass, or
Oh,
or tinkling cymbal.
What does that
And
mean?
though
What does
I
that mean? Hold on. I think I got a little lag, or either you got one. Anybody know what that means? Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, right? I'm breaking down scriptures. I'm getting this directly from the Lord. I am the Son of God, speaking with the same prophecies that the angels brought forth. And if I have not charity, I am become as sounding brass and tinkling cymbal. What do you mean by that? Y'all don't take too long now. Not everybody at once. What do you mean by that?
sluggish, sir.
Anybody? Go ahead.
Sluggish, so the tinkling is that tingling thing like an instrument, like sluggish.
Yeah, yeah. He, like a triangle, right? Anybody know
Cancel.
that the instrument called a triangle? Like one of those,
Can't
or
one.
some other ones. What they call them? Chimes. You got different things that make noise. Like sometimes they'll have chimes on a drum set, or what's the things that you hear like in the Caribbean? I can't think of the name of them, but they beat on
Oh,
them and they
so
make
lucky,
different
sir.
sounds. It's like that, right?
Like
He's saying, if I don't have charity, even though I'm speaking the words of the Most High, I'm just like this brass or this triangle or something like that. Like what do you mean by that?
so lucky, sir.
Go ahead.
He's if the it's like he's just making noise, but he's not really saying something because he doesn't have charity. Like
It
a
ain't
instrument
saying nothing. It ain't doing nothing. Right.
kind of one.
It's just making noise. Exactly. Everybody else on this panel, can y'all all talk? Everybody can hear me good.
what kind?
Kind of one.
Am I delayed or something? Nah, Lewis, I know you can hear. Anybody else can hear?
Yeah, you delayed, sir.
Only in the Duval library.
Right.
Who has Wi-Fi in the Duval library? All right. Anyways,
Wi-Fi, food stamp.
that word charity right there. Let me read this in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, right? It says the KJV translation of the Greek word agape in 28 places is translated love in 87 places. Once it is translated dear, charity in the Bible never means giving to the poor. Let me read that again. Charity in the Bible never means giving to the poor. It is always a God given love that includes respect for and concern for the welfare of the loved one. What we call that in the truth is brotherhood. That's what it's talking about. So
Kind.
now you can speak the words of God and you can talk with an angel's tongue, but if you ain't got brotherhood, you ain't no difference than somebody playing an instrument. You know how they play them good songs that make you feel good on Sunday, and you go home and the rent still due, and you still arguing with your man, and you still got problems at work, and it don't do nothing. It makes you feel good for a period of time. These words that I say, that's why I'll be coming in like, yo, if you don't have no questions, it's like you came to hear a sermon. I don't do sermons. If I did, I would be great at it. I just
Right.
everybody would come to my church because I would have the bangingest sermons ever. That ain't why I'm here. I'm here to teach people who need to be taught again, right? The same way I came in and I needed to be taught again. The brother took the time out to say, nah, that's not right. This is the right way to break it down. Now, he's saying if you ain't got that, you're just like a twinkling symbol. Go to verse 2.
Kind of one. Kind. Verse 2. And though I have the gift of prophecy and
Mm-hmm.
understanding, understanding all mysteries and all knowledge. And though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains, and I have not charity, I am nothing.
Is this the one you want it broke down, Magazine? Or you need 3?
It was 2, but we can go to 3 too, so I can get like the whole breakdown on the
All right.
scripture.
It says, and though I have the gift of prophecy, like I can tell you what's going to happen to you. Now, this is the question that the sister had, right? I can prophesy to you like nobody's business. You're going to go to work all week, and on Friday, you're going to get some money. The Lord told me to tell you, if you just endure and go to work every day this week, next Friday, they're going to pay you for it. Salakia. You can prophesy like nobody business and understand these scriptures and even the mysteries that comes along with it and have all the knowledge in the world. And if you ain't, I'm sorry, faith too. You know, without faith, it's impossible to please God. You can have all the faith in the world if you want. Without brotherhood, you am nothing. I know that ain't the right verbiage. He said, I am nothing. You get that, right? Right, Marcus? You need that broke down.
I'll take that too, sir. The water.
What you mean?
I'll take that breakdown too.
You want me to break it down some more? You don't get it?
Hold on, I got it. If because the reason why I'm asking, because I may want to use that for a breakdown for like camp or class or anything like that, so I could just like not just stick on that one scripture, but like to get the full understanding of, you know what I mean, that.
Yeah, all he's talking about, right, is people who have faith, people who have gifts, people who can sing, people who can do all of this, right? And they don't love their brother or sister as they love themselves. Christ said, this is how people will know that you are my disciples, that you love one another. That is the key to whether somebody really follows Christ or not. It ain't whether they wear a suit and tie. It ain't even because they got a headpiece on or a garment. If a brother or sister with a headpiece on or a garment, right, with a garment on, you can have the most beautiful Passover dress and if you hating on a sister at the Passover, you are not a disciple of Christ. You can have the flyest armbands in America. If I can't depend on you, brother, when I need you, you know what I'm saying, or nobody can, you ain't going above and beyond to make sure that you and your brothers is solid all across the board, then you know what I'm saying, I gotta question that. Spirit say try every man, try every spirit, right? And the spirit, and it's people that say they follow Christ, but they ain't willing to do nothing to show it. It said with these people with their lips, they do worship me, but in spirit, in the truth, they don't. I'm paraphrasing, and I roughly paraphrased it. But the point is, this is what Paul is talking about. The key to understanding who really in the truth is who really got brotherhood. And I ain't talking about the brotherhood where you go out and you lose all your money gambling on drugs and then I pay your rent for you. You can go to the Catholic charities for that. I ain't doing it. I'm talking about if I can do something within my means, I will go above and beyond to make sure that you got something to eat, you got a place to stay, so on and so forth. And if it's something that I can't do personally, then I'm gonna try to help you find somebody who can help you. That's what you owe. Sisters is a little bit different. Brotherhood from sisters, this is what I was told. Brotherhood with sisters, it ain't even got to be no more than shalom, sis, Yahweh Shemal, Hashem, Shah. Sometimes I like the earrings, I like the dress. That's it. Brothers, yeah, you got to do more than that. Don't tell me you like my garment and I'm hungry. Feed me. Know what I'm saying? Was we not talking about, you know what I'm saying, earlier today, a brother or sister in the school who needs something, and we coming together collectively to try to make it happen. That's one West, right? We ain't always gonna be able to fight everybody's problems, but the way General Muhammad broke it down to me is you're gonna go to a Christian and you're gonna tell them your problems and they're gonna say, I'm praying for you. And here, our job is to not tell you we praying for you. Our job is to be the answer to your prayers. That's so if you're a man in this class right now, I'm looking at y'all. I'm looking at every last one of y'all. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't see Jaheim and I can't see young man Mario. But I'm looking at the rest of y'all. Your job is to be the answer to everybody in Florida's prayers. Do it. That's what he's talking about, Michael Zahn. Telling you got to be the answer to people's prayers. You understand?
Con, sir.
All right, go ahead and read. I want you to read verse 3.
Con. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 13 and verse 3. Mm-hmm. And though I besought all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burnt, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing.
Now, a lot of people would say feeding the poor is charity, right? Remember what I just broke down to you in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. He had that one right. It's saying, I give my body to be burned, right? It's like somebody saying, I die for you. Remember Lauryn Hill say, why don't you live for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, help me live. I don't need you to die for me. I need you to help me live. That's what I need. That's the kind of brotherhood that charity is. It's not, and he goes all into it. It's not puffed up. Brotherhood ain't puffed up. I did something for you. Now I got to go tell the world. Nah, that's not charity. Because you did it to go tell the world. Sometimes when you're doing stuff, of course, as an organization, you want to make sure that everybody knows that you in these streets doing what it takes to help the people. Yeah, I said streets with a K. On purpose. Anyways, the point shouldn't be for you to gloat about it or anything like that. You do have to let people know who think you a criminal that you out here doing the work of the Lord so that they'll know. But for me personally, the things that I do on a regular basis, y'all probably will never hear about. But the people I did it for, they know. They know. And they definitely ain't going to tell you. They definitely ain't going to, not because I told them not to. Because you know when Christ healed people and he said, go and tell nobody, they went and told everybody. Mm-hmm. He's like, don't tell nobody. First thing they did was, hey, bro, you know. Yeah, that's what happened. All right, you understand, Michael, all right?
Sir. The water.
All right, Most High Christ. So I got a question. All right, anybody on this panel ever had somebody tell them something was going to happen to them and it actually happened to them?
Mm-hmm. Salakia.
Yep. Give me 1 minute of that. What happened? What they told you was going to happen, it happened. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
My dad said I was going to jail.
Oh, man, you took that right out of my mouth. You took that right. I was about to say, not somebody telling you, you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to jail, and you go to jail. That's not a prophecy. That's the one that said about you. If you work hard enough all week, you're going to get a check next Friday. That's the same thing. We can kind of predict that. That's that Miss Cleo right there. You know what I'm saying? They tell every woman that call in, there's a guy on your job that likes you. Duh. Every woman got to do Drop that like what is we talking about here? Your horoscope told me that you will be eating chicken at least once this week. Nah, I eat chicken every day. That's not what I'm talking about, Shiratazai. He knew what you was
So
doing
like
was
I
going
said,
to get you in jail. Go ahead.
um, well, I guess shit. All y'all brothers told me if I study and keep writing out my test and study my test, I was gonna pass it.
Nah, that ain't gonna work, man. That's the same
Like,
thing.
Salakia.
I'm happy about that though.
You
Shoot. But each and every last one, of the brother that's on this camera
ain't gotta
told
do
me that.
that. Anybody
I can
sell
say that, but
drugs, you gonna go to
I can
jail.
say that though, sir.
Anybody
Salaki. I
sell
can say that
drugs,
each and every brother on here told me that, and it happened. I didn't think I was
yeah,
gonna be able to
okay.
pass it
No,
like
that's
that.
cool. That's cool. That's brothers in the truth telling you so. I'm really trying to find somebody who was told by somebody who not in the truth something that they couldn't have known, right? Or they shouldn't have known. And there was no way for them to guess it, and it actually came to pass. That's what I'm
Salakia.
talking about.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
It was a Christian pastor that told me. Matter of fact, a Christian pastor, a regular Christian member, they told me one day the Lord is going to use you to do something. He's going to use you to do His work. Something I didn't believe with the type of crap that I was doing in my life.
Mm-mm-mm. That, man. It's a good one though. I'm sure. Hey, look. Oh man. Give me Amos 3 and 7 real quick. Yeah, Ali. Y'all hard, man. Y'all hard. Boy say told me the Lord was
like you
gonna
said,
use you. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel somebody once told me that they played a video for me. They said if this video don't make you a believer, nothing will. Turns out it was a Captain Mashak Kant speaking, and it made me a believer.
All right. All right. Anybody else got a testimony?
Salaki, sir, I got a better one. I got a better one. I got a better one.
Go ahead.
When I was
Y'all
in
keep it up. Y'all gonna get me
in
checked.
my
Or you supposed
Salaki,
to be
sir.
teaching class. Nah, go ahead. Just
When I was in my fake Israelite group, I called
Israel.
into Cross the Line Radio, and I was talking to Captain Katazai. And
Yeah.
when he hung up the phone, he said, "I think he's one of us." And that morning, I
All
wasn't
right, that's
even in
pretty
the
good.
school then. I wasn't a young man then or nothing.
So check this out. All right, since you telling that one, I remember a brother called in, and the brother said he talked to Captain Kazazar them, and Captain Kazazar said something similar to that about the brother, right? And the brother said he was in Jacksonville. I was like, man, that brother ain't finna come in no truth. He lying. He lying like the hey, the brother actually came in the truth. They said he might come in. He said something similar like what you saying. And I was like, man, that's true for Shia. That's why he called into the school, talking about he in Jacksonville. I ain't never seen him. I'll be at the library by myself, waiting on somebody to come in there. And that's what it was. But the brothers was right. So yeah, them men that got seasoned and the Lord revealed certain things to them. Know what I'm saying? I don't be getting it half the time because I just be seeing us, my people, and I know my people. So yeah, that's a good one. But my point is, like, I was really talking about like some of the stories, like what Itazal was saying, or somebody like in the church, right? You know, these people be saying that the Lord told them some stuff, and the Lord ain't told them nothing. But sometimes they get it right. Can anybody explain that to me? And I ain't got but 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Say time and chance.
Huh? I can't hear you.
You should say that some things happen by time and chance.
That's a good one. Let me get that scripture. Can you look that up? I'm sure they ain't what they mean by that though.
Salaki, sir.
All right. Go ahead.
Can you use the story when the Most High used the donkey to speak because the angel was standing in the way?
So for the sake of time, and I don't know, maybe we can go into this or not, Ms. Shop. The one I was gonna use was when Saul went to the woman who was like Miss Cleo and asked her to bring up Saul. And she brought up Saul, and Saul prophesied this. Samuel, and Samuel prophesied to Saul how how the kingdom was going to be taken from him because of his disobedience, and that actually happened. And she was a witch, right? Conjuring up spirits. That was one. It's a couple in the scriptures I couldn't really think of them. That's why I was asking y'all to help me. Yeah, go ahead.
Would Caiaphas be someone that's not in the truth, right?
I guess he was a high priest, so I guess I could say that because he didn't follow Christ per se. So I guess maybe that's another one. Yeah, right. Where he said, "One man must die." It is for us that one man must die, so that. But I don't think he meant it in the way that you would receive that now. He meant it meaning like they got to get rid of him so that all of them don't get killed by the Romans. Not like he was gonna die to be the savior of the Israelites. So he was accidentally right. And that's my point. A lot of these people who be saying stuff be accidentally right. Of course, if you go to work and you work real hard and you study on the test, right? And you study for the test, eventually you'll pass the test. Of course, if you're looking and you desire to be a wife, at some point, somebody is going to accept you as their wife. You may be a terrible wife, or the man that accepts you may be a terrible husband. But guess what? That prophetess that told you that, she was right. So my point is, and I'm gonna jump in on the audio, right? And I'll try to find some other scriptures that might can go along with it. But this is a good topic, and I wouldn't be surprised if y'all brothers can find some more. But the scriptures I would give you would be the one way the lady conjured up Samuel. It's another one where the lion spirit in the mouth of the prophets actually lied to get the Ahab to go up and fall, which was what the Lord wanted. So they didn't tell them the truth. However, it ended up being what the Lord wanted. Hey, Nashak, I'm gonna pass it over to you, and then I'll jump back in when I can. If y'all want to say something about that shooting down there Halloween or that mass shooting in Maine, y'all can go ahead and go. I have some scriptures lined up to tell you why this is happening, and it all boils down to your oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. So, shalom. I'll see y'all in a minute. I'm gonna jump in on the audio.
All right, so anybody else got any precepts they thought they wanted to bring out on that question that Officer Kazak presented to us?
Lucky, sir.
Go ahead.
Sluggy, sir. Would Joel 2:28 be like, where it says You shall pour his spirit out on all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall that prophesy and dream dreams.
What was the scripture?
Joel chapter 2 verse 28. I don't want.
Doesn't sound like it's gonna line up, but you can grab it and read it. Anybody else?
You want me to read it? I can read it for you. Other one.
Go ahead. Hold on one second.
Another one. Come.
I said Jeremiah 23 and 9 and 18 and 25.
1 through 25.
Yep.
Wow.
One, three, 23 and 25.
Anybody else? Okay, so
First Samuel 25 verse 18 to 33.
say that again.
First Samuel 25 verse 18 to 33. I don't know if this goes with it.
Right. Okay.
Shalaki.
Go ahead.
Could this be one? I just thought of one. What it was, the king of Egypt when Joseph was in Egypt, and the king of Egypt or the Pharaoh, he had a dream about the cows, the skinny cows, and something like that. There, I guess basically he was like dreaming about famine in the land.
Yeah. The question is, this is the way I took the question when he first gave it to me. Give an example in the Bible where God used, or the Most High used somebody, right, to do something that's not in the truth. They're not in the truth, and they did something. You know what I mean? Like they prophesied something, or you know what I mean, or they did something that gave. Well, okay, they did something that you know what I mean. That was basically profitable for us. So the one I thought of was in the book of Mark, right? When John came to Christ and said, I see there's, what was it? They're casting out devils in your name, but they follow you not. And Christ said, let them do it, right? All right, so that's in Mark. That's in Mark chapter 9, verse 39. Somebody can get that. Mark 9 and 39. Because they were basically doing something right in Christ's name, and they were casting out devils instead. Christ said, let them do it. You know what I mean? He said, if they're not against us, they're for us. So that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the way I took the question when he first presented it. You know, he kind of went into more detail and said, like, if someone has ever, like, prophesied something that came to pass. But Mark, this is the one I was thinking of.
38.
Uh,
The book of Mark, chapter 9, verse 38. And John answering him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and he followeth not us.
right. So they're not, obviously not in the truth, right? They're not following Christ, but they're casting out devils. They're you know what I mean, giving them the truth, but they're not following Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what Commanding General Yohana do, right? He say, leave them purple faggots alone. You know what I mean? Or leave them purple cats alone, or leave them the ones that wear the spaceship clothing and stuff, you know, or candy stripes, or whoever. He said, leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Let them do their thing. You know. Go ahead.
And we forbade him because he followeth not us.
Right. That's like, you know, we came to Commander General Hunter. He's like, man, they on the corner, sir. What you want us to do? You know what I mean? They not in the ISUPK. And you know, Commander General Hunter said, leave them alone, right? Go ahead.
Verse 39. But Yahushua said, forbid him not, for there is no man which can do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of it.
Right. So they can't, you know what I mean? Like they can't come against Christ, you know what I mean? But they're not in the school. But they're teaching all the things that he teach. They're saying the things that he said. Keep going.
For he that is not against us is in our part.
Right. So you know what I mean? At the end of the day, all they doing is helping our cause. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, all they doing is helping our cause one way or another. Somebody's going to find out that they don't have the whole truth and come into the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Like they might actually help them. You know what I'm saying? They might help them. You know what I mean? Find the truth. Keep going.
41. For whosoever shall give you a cup of water to drink in my name, because you belong to Christ, verily I say unto you, he shall not lose his reward.
Oh, that's the one I was thinking about. It came to my mind. I don't know if anybody else got anybody else holding something.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
When it says Cyrus is the Lord's anointed, is that maybe something?
Where's that at?
It's in the book of Isaiah, chapter 44.
I know
Sorry,
you have.
Salaki, chapter 44 and 28.
You have to read it. Go ahead and read it. Did you hold something else before that?
Yeah, I was holding Joel 2 and 28. I don't know. But I don't know if you wanted me to read it or.
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Okay. This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit on all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions.
Yeah, I don't. No, that don't sound. You know, I don't know if you have to go up. But you know what I mean? What's that really talking about? Mm-hmm.
That's talking about us. That's talking about the ISUPK.
Mm-hmm.
Salakia.
Yeah.
That's the one Jaheim was holding too, the one in Acts, where it says that that's the one you was reading, you Lewis? Acts 2 and 17.
Not Slackish. I was reading in Joel, but it X refers to the book, to the scripture in Joel. I don't want.
Oh yeah, that's Jaheim was holding that one too. Acts 2 and 17. That's not necessarily only talking about brothers in the truth. That's talking about brothers and sisters that's not in the truth as well. Them waking up knowing that they Israel is one way of prophesying.
So like it, sir.
Yeah, who's that?
with the one I was trying to find the one in Acts where it say that how child know and Peter I know, but who are y'all when they got beat out their clothes when people beat them out their clothes? Is that on topic?
Well, no, that was they were trying to cast out devils, right? And it didn't work for them.
Sir.
Yeah, that didn't. They got, like you said, they got whipped out of their clothes. You know what I mean? When Christ did it, you know what I mean? Christ cast out devils out of that cat who was in the graveyard, right? And they just knew who Christ was, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then that story he said, you know, we know who Christ is, but who are you? You know what I mean? And that ended up getting their tail whipped, you know what I mean?
Sir. Sir. Thought.
Yeah. Go ahead and read what you got, Louis.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 28. Thus saith Osiris, He is my shepherd, and shall perform all my pleasures, even saying to Jerusalem, Thou shalt be built, and to the temple thy foundation shall be laid. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord to his anointed Cyrus, whose right hand he hath holden, to subdue the nations before him. And I will loose his loins of kings, to open before him the leaf gates, and the gate shall not be shut.
No, this is just talking about the Most High putting him over, you know what I mean? Putting him over us. And it's almost like Esau today running the earth, you know what I'm saying?
Council.
Yeah, this is talking about a heathen being put over us. And you know what I mean? So you can say, you know, the Lord is using him, right? But you know what I mean? It's not like he knew that's you know the purpose. Esau doesn't know that, you know, the reason why he's over us is just, you know what I mean, to punish us, you know what I mean, and or to be just for a while until we get ourselves together, you know what I mean? So that's what that's talking about. So what's the deal with this the shooting that Officer Rizal was talking about? Anybody know?
Come.
Who's that?
Shaheem. There was
Go ahead and tell me about it. Break it down.
Come. There was a It said they had an altercation. It was two men. They had an altercation. Like they had like an argument, and then I guess the two men they was trying to shoot at each other, and while trying to shoot at each other, they hit other people that left about 20 people injured and 2 people unalive.
Where did this happen at?
Where we spoke at last 2 weeks ago in Tampa. Ybor, something like that.
Ybor?
Yeah, come.
This happened in Ybor City.
Come.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't even know about it. I didn't even hear about it. And it was because two brothers, were they brothers?
I don't know, sir. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check on that.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
So it supposedly happened on 15th and 7th Avenue, pretty much in the same area where we do camp at, right? It was multiple people that was doing the shooting, but they caught one suspect. If I'm not mistaken, his name is Tyreek. Hold on. His name is Terrell Stevenson Phillips. That's one suspect that they caught. They put him in custody, and now he is charged for, if I'm not mistaken, it's manslaughter or murder, something like that. But yeah, it happened. It happened on Sunday morning, like a little bit before 3 o'clock, because I had somebody come in my slave, and they had just told me about it on the same day, probably like 4 or 5 o'clock. Well, actually 5 o'clock in the morning, they had told me it was like, yeah, man, you hear what happened in Ybor City? I like, no, what happened? I'm like, yeah, man, it was a shoot down there at the Halloween party, because Ybor City is known for this time of the year to throw, like, it's called Guaga weed. You know what I mean? Where all the adults come out on 7th Avenue late night, you know what I mean, as adults, do wild stuff. You know what I mean? Dressing up in Halloween costumes. And just like it's known for, like, everything always happened on these holidays, knowing we don't supposed to be doing this. So this stuff always happened. But this one right here just happened. It is getting worse. It ain't getting better. It's getting way worse, especially after we go on 7th Avenue and prophesy this every Saturday that these things is going to happen.
You're on mute, sir.
Okay, so the scriptures say, "Learn not the way of the heathen," right?
Con.
Yeah, so that's the reason why it happened. You can go ahead and pull that with Jeremiah 10:2.
Con. You got it?
Con. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. Verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the handmaid of the workman with the axe. Verse 4. They deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. Verse
Right. So
5.
this is going into just one of the ways. Well, you know what I mean? Like, what do you hear every Christmas? You know what I'm saying? Something horrible happens during Christmas time. You know what I mean? For celebrating this vain holiday, right? Also, let's get Amos chapter 5, verse 21 through 23. You know what I mean?
You want to
Get Exodus 22 and 18.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
It's another one in Proverbs 3 and 31 too. It's another precept on it.
Okay, go ahead. You can go ahead and pull it. Yeah, we you know what I mean? Like, we jammed up out here because of, you know what I mean, us learning to follow our oppressor. Don't we deserve to have our own, you know what I mean, culture and our own way of life? Why can't we do that? Why can't we have our own days? Why can't we have our own, you know what I mean, way of life? Why do we have to be, you know what I mean? We have to be under them, Itazal, in everything. Like we can't have our own government. We got to be second-class citizens in their government. You know what I mean? Why do we have to be second-class citizens in everything? Why can't we have our own? Why can't we, you know what I mean, teach our kids, something different than birthdays and Christmas? You know what I mean? Every other nation and family have their own customs. Well, our custom is the custom of the Most High God of Israel, okay? The one true God. Why can't we, you know what I mean? Why can't we do that, okay? Because it's evident we die when we follow these other families, when we follow these other religions. You know what I'm saying? We die. We become like them. Go ahead and read Amos.
Come. You want verse 20, sir?
Go ahead.
This the book of Amos chapter 5, verse 20.
Go ahead.
Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? Verse 21. I despise your feast days.
This is what God's saying, not his days, right? Mm-hmm. He's not saying he hates his days. The days he gave you, they're laid out in the book of Leviticus. The days he gave you as a family. He gave you days. He gave you days to take off your slavery, or you know what I mean, or whatever it is you're doing to observe him. These are the days he gave you. But instead, we come up with our own days. Well, no, we don't come up with our own days. We follow the days of the other nations. We follow what they're doing. And the most high power of our God say he hates your days, the days you come up with. And Halloween is one of them. Okay, go ahead.
Come. And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I would not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows.
This is the Most High saying, stop doing that thing, right? Stop celebrating Christmas. Stop celebrating Halloween. Okay, he's warning you to stop doing it, right? Take it away. Keep going.
Come, verse 24. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream.
Right. You know what judgment is, right? What's judgment, Jaheem?
Judgment is when you have to be judged on your actions, like the how I put it. The thing you receive off the actions you give. Sentence punishment.
That's right. That's right on it right there. Because when you go to court, right, what do you get? You get a judgment. Okay, and the Lord is saying, like, he's gonna judge you for doing this thing. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Just like them brothers got unalived out there, that's what he's saying. You're going to get unalived for doing this thing. You're gonna get unalived for celebrating Christmas and Halloween and birthdays. That's why every one of these events, you know what I mean, it never comes out right. You know what I mean? Somebody ends up getting hurt. It's, you know what I mean? Because the Lord's saying, take it away from him. He don't want to see it. And if you don't do that, then you're going to be unalived. Okay? That's the judgment. You're going to be judged for doing the thing that you're not supposed to do. Okay? Keep reading.
Come, verse 25. Have ye offered unto me sacrifices and offerings in the wilderness 40 years, O house of Israel?
Okay, you can drop that. Go ahead and drop that. Let's do Exodus chapter 22, verse 18.
Oh, sir.
And listen, y'all, anybody want to, got something to say on this matter, just go ahead and jump in, okay? You got a precept or whatever? Okay. Go ahead and read Exodus 22.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 18.
Give me
Speak unto
go ahead
Aaron.
and hold on. Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 18. Speak unto Aaron and his sons, and unto the children of Israel, and say unto them.
Now, I think you're in the wrong place.
What's the
Exodus 22 and 18.
So I'm reading 22 and 18.
Okay, I got saying, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Slakia. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Right.
Verse 19.
No, that's it right there. You know what I mean? That's what is going on out here in this Halloween time, right? You know what I mean?
If I could.
They're trying to worship the dead, right? Go ahead, Itazar.
No, like you bring out a great point, and like there are women these days, and you can find them on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? You can find them on Instagram, and they proclaim themselves to be witches. You know what I'm saying?
I think I just saw something like that on. Yeah, that's new, right? This is something new, right?
I mean, it's a new trend today, but of course, witches always been around. But like these women, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, some of you brothers might know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? These women, you know what I'm saying? They burning sage and they rubbing crystals together, and you know what I'm saying, doing all these different things and putting out stones in the sun, talking about we charging them up and getting them energy, and you know what I'm saying? And I seen a post today where it was like those women that's burning the sages and rubbing the stones don't even realize that they're the problem. You know what I mean? Like you trying to expel a demon, but you the demon. You know what I'm saying? And in this verse, like you said, it says, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." Mm-hmm. Like it was a point in time where you would stone, or those same stones that she collected and putting out this to catch some sunlight would be upside her head. You know what I'm saying? For lack of better words. And they, you know what I'm saying? Like, thank God that they get some mercy to turn around and change their life, because without it, they would be gone. You know what I'm saying? Well, as well as, many of us. But like, it's heavy that you bring that out. Like, we out here trying to dress up like goons and goblins. You know what I'm saying? When that's what you're dressing up at ain't even really what a witch look like. You know what that witch look like? It look like your sister. It look like your wife.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? It look like that lady with the big hat in Christian church. That's the real witch.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Your drug dealer.
There you go.
You know what I mean? It's like,
that's what I was thinking. Yeah, the drug dealers. So, but yeah, that's it. But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like Officer. It's almost ties into what Officer Gazat was bringing out earlier. You know what I mean? This is what we have to do. We have to go and teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians these things that they don't know they should not be doing. Okay, we have to. That's our job. We have to teach them. We have to show them, but they won't know. We have to tell them. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to. I'm just bringing out a couple of scriptures on these holidays and what happens when we follow the ways of the heathen, which clearly we read it earlier. It says, learn not the ways of the heathen. You understand?
If I could,
Go ahead.
could I pull a precept?
Come on, please.
Amos 3 and 6. Did we go to Amos already?
Not 3 and 6, I don't think. Jaheim, get Amos 3 and 6 if you would.
Come.
Go on.
This the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Right. If you could, maybe start at 5.
Come,
Start at 3.
come,
Start at 1.
Start at 1.
Man, start at 1. For real,
this the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you.
You don't know.
No, go ahead, man. Shit, I enjoy this. Go ahead.
Amos chapter 3 and 1, right? Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you. Go ahead.
O children of Israel.
Yeah, this is against us. Mm-hmm. You understand? We the Lord's children, and it's just like a father checking his children. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a father saying, listen, you don't do, I told you already that this is what's gonna happen if you don't listen to me. Now you done screwed up again, so let me tell you what I'm gonna do. Go ahead.
Against the whole family, which I brought up from the
just like I said, a family. Just like a father, just like his children. Go ahead.
Which I brought up from the land of Egypt. Saying, verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Yeah, the Lord only got one family. He the only ones that we're the only ones that he deals with. We the only he don't, you know what I'm saying? Just like your father, once again, your father ain't gonna check his neighbor's children. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna check your best friend's children, you know what I'm saying, your best friend for something he told you not to do. Because he don't care about them. He don't care about Jimmy down the road. You know what I'm saying? He don't care about Tyrone. He care about his family and his house. You understand? He don't care about Billy. All right, go ahead.
Come. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
He's gonna punish you when you do something wrong. Not everybody, he don't care about everybody else. But he would, like this God will lay down law when you serve him, when you obey what he says. You know what I'm saying? You can read about that in Deuteronomy 28. Go ahead.
If I could, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to punish you for, you know what I mean, celebrating Halloween.
Exactly.
He's going to punish you for, like Marcus was bringing out, grown people dressing up in the middle of the night, walking up and down the street doing all manner of evil. Mm-hmm. He's going to punish you for that because he told you not to do it.
Exactly. That's iniquity. Yeah, that's the iniquity. You want to dress up like a ghoul and a goblin? You want to, worship spirits that the Lord didn't send? You understand? You want to keep all the traditions of your oppressor? Well, guess what? He's going to punish you. Keep going.
Come. Verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Right. You walking hand in hand with the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You walking hand in hand with demons, man. Walking hand in hand with everybody that wants you eradicated off the earth. So you must.
I'm sorry. I mean, that's what you're saying is like, so they can't say, well, God knows my heart, because you walking hand in hand, you doing it, so you agree with it.
Yeah.
You can't say, I'm just going along. No, you agree with it if you're doing it.
You're doing that. That's it. Exactly. You want to worship these evil spirits because you agree with those evil spirits. You against the Most High because you agree with the people that's against the Most High. And just like those people that's against the Most High want us to be eradicated, want us at the bottom, you want us at the bottom too. Two cannot walk together unless they be agreed, meaning they agree with each other and they come together and they can walk hand in hand. Otherwise, what's going to happen? They're going to fight all the time. They always going to clash. Why you think that everybody hates the ISUBK? Because we don't agree with y'all.
That's it.
We don't agree with everything you do. We don't agree with alternative lifestyles. We don't agree with eating whatever the hell you want to eat. So you hate us. Keep reading.
Come, verse 4. Will a lion roar in the forest when he have no prey?
Mm-hmm.
Will a young lion cry out of his den if he have taken nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth when no gain is for him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, keep going.
Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all? Verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city?
If I
And
could, real quick though, that's that part right there you just read at the end was heavy. Like say, where is that?
read again.
Shall one right there at the end where it says, shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all? Do you understand what that's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you take up that snare, if you take up Halloween, if you take up Christmas, if you take up doing birthdays and stuff, you think that you're just gonna get away with it and nothing's gonna happen to you?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get the judgment we just read about a minute ago. You know what I mean? You're not gonna take up that snare and nothing happens to you. It's a snare.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It's a snare. So yeah, you're gonna get the judgment that comes along with it. Go ahead.
It's like if you said if you know what I'm saying, you like you go fishing, right? You going fishing, you put your hook in the water, you know what I'm saying? You're expecting to get something out of it. You're expecting to pull back that reel and something be attached to it. You get what I'm saying? And to go with what you're saying, like you put out that hook, you know what I'm saying? You got evil on that hook. And you can expect to reel it back in. You know what I'm saying? You can expect to get back what you put out. All right, keep going.
Come, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city?
Now this is the part.
And
This is the heavy part. Everything else is the same as this. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the way of life, to put it simply. All right, keep going.
come, and the people not be afraid?
Right. Shall there be evil in the city and the people not be afraid? That's what you see in the Ybor city. There was evil in Ybor city. And y'all, if you see the video, everybody running around frantic, everybody crying and calling their mama.
Wow.
You understand? Everybody is scared because there's evil in this city. Keep going.
And the Lord have not done it.
Who did it?
Lord have not done it.
The Lord did not do what?
Have not done it.
The Lord did that, man.
Wow.
The Lord put that evil in that city.
Wow.
Why? Because if you go back to the top, you understand? It says, I'm going to punish you for your iniquities. The Lord is going to punish his people for their iniquities. So you out there celebrating a pagan. Don't be surprised when, bullets ring out and you end up being on the ground bloody, covered in your own blood. Don't be surprised when 18 people are hospitalized because they want to worship Baal. They want to worship Satan. They want to worship all the evil spirits that Halloween is associated with. You surprised? Well, all you had to do is open up Amos and read chapter 3. We started at verse 1. You understand? It's all you had to do was open up. Or if you ain't like that, if you don't want to read, too lazy to read, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? In that very same city, the ISUPK was out there to show you, to tell you, to read for you, to teach you, and you wanted us gone.
That's heavy because that's what Margazar was bringing out. Mm-hmm. He said, "Sir, you know what I mean? Like it's getting worse and worse because down here in this city, we bringing it out. You know what I mean? We letting them know they don't want to hear it. Now it's getting worse. Mm-hmm. Why? Because they don't want to hear it. They don't want to take heed. You know what I'm saying? And that's heavy. The part you brought out. We out there blowing the trumpet. Mm-hmm. We blew the trumpet just the other day. Right. Let them know it was about to go down. Right. And they still out there, man.
Still out there, having at it. You know what I'm saying? You keep. Is it more on that?
Lot.
Can I get one more?
Come on.
Give me Isaiah 62 and 6?
You said 62.
Yeah, Isaiah 62, verse 6. Because, like I said, man, like the Lord put us out there. And y'all didn't want us out there. Our people didn't want us out there. We tried to tell you what the Lord was going to do to Ybor City, man. We tried to tell you, tried to warn you and blow the trumpet. But you didn't want to hear that.
Salaki.
You got it?
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
And we was out there exactly a week before that happened.
Yeah.
That's what the officer said. He said, "We out there, sir." You know what I mean? We letting them know. And every time we go out there, it gets worse and worse because they, you know what I mean? They're not heeding the trumpet that we're blowing. Okay. Go ahead, Slaki.
Come, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 62, verse 2. And the gents, you said verse 6?
Yes.
Salaki. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence.
Very good. There it is, man. You understand? We're not supposed to be out there silent, man. You want us to shut up. We out there on them corners telling you the truth about the Bible and the truth about what's going to happen in America, and you want us to shut up. You want us to get off the streets, go get a job. They love saying as if we don't have jobs, as if we're not slaves in America, and that's the only way we can pay our bills. They love to tell us, shut up and get a job. You understand? They love to try to drown us out with their damn music, they terrible music, and they stinking behind cigars. You understand? They love to tell us to shut up. What does it say? Read again.
Come. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night.
We gonna be out there, man. We gonna be out there day and night. You understand? If the sun goes down while we prophesying to the wind, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna know that the Lord sent us to do that. That's not even the precept I really wanted. I really wanted the one where it says, warn the people. Warn not the people.
I don't know which one that is off the top of my head. I mean, this was heavy, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Say we're not gonna hold our peace. You know what I'm saying?
Warn the wicked, I meant. It's warn the wicked. Keep going. Is there more on that? I think Jaheem dropped out. Can somebody pick up where he was at, Baba Kushah?
Louis, you got it?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 62, verse 7. And give them no rest till he establish.
Jaheem, you want it back?
Come, I'll get it. We on verse 7? Isaiah chapter 62, verse 7. And give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Right. Read that part. Read that last part again.
Until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
And that's what we hear. This is what we here for, man. You know what I'm saying? One day, like this is y'all, this is what y'all working for. You know what I'm saying? All you troopers, all you young officers.
Everybody. Hey, if I could, I mean, like this perfectly describes an officer, a captain, and a general in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We don't get no rest, bro. I mean, you might think we ain't getting no rest. You know what I'm saying? But that's definitely, man, give him no rest until Jerusalem, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Most High Christ, man. That's the thing we're doing. Slacky, I didn't mean
nah, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is why we don't get no rest. Because we have to sit here and established until we get the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Until everyone, no one can deny, oh yeah, those are the priests and prophets of the Lord. And unfortunately, 18 people have to be shot and hospitalized for anyone to get the point. And it's not us. It's not like it's me and you.
And we need to go to Tampa. Dang.
We absolutely.
We need to go to Tampa. But we supposed to be down here.
I don't know. We might have to. We might have to make something happen because we gotta be in Tampa this week.
Yeah.
You know
Wow.
If I could, can I get one last one?
Council.
Well,
go ahead.
Why we can't be?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Together.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. Go ahead.
All right. Ezekiel 33 and verse. You can, Jaheem, stay where you at, Lewis. Matter of fact, young man Mario, you in here? All right, no sweat. Time's sake. Lewis, give me Ezekiel 33 in verse 7. And you keep reading, Jaheem.
Come, verse 8. The Lord hath sworn by his right hand and by the arm of his strength. Surely I will no more give thy corn to be meat for thine enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can drop that. You can drop that. But that's this verse right here, man. It's super happy, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we out here warning Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? And the more you ignore the warning of the Lord, the worse it's going to get. It's only getting worse. And we've been telling you this since 1969.
Man, that's so heavy though, what you just read, because like the Lord said that he would do that thing. Like he would let the other, like we would do the wine press but not drink the wine. We would build a house but not live in it. You know what I mean? We would man the field but not take the profits of it. You know what I mean? And Ezekiel saying, Isaiah saying, if you, when we start prophesying, and you know what I mean, that the Lord, you know, once we establish that kingdom, like he will no longer give, what does it say? Surely I will no more give thy corn to be meat for thine enemies. Like right here in America, their number one commodity is corn. They make everything's made from corn. They eat off of that corn. That's their meat. You know what I'm saying? That corn is their meat. You know what I mean? And the Lord said, when we get it, he will no longer be able to do that anymore. Like this is, you know what I mean? This is describing, you know what I mean? Like Esau not being able to, you know, rule the earth no more, man. That's heavy, man.
You know, we the ones in the fields picking that corn.
Most definitely. Well, now that, you know, they got machines that just, you know, big J, but either way, you know what I'm saying? Like,
who's running the machine?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's his fault anyway.
Yeah, that's right, man. White man is the devil. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Swaki. I just wanted to bring that out, man. That's heavy, bro.
That's one for the books. We're trying to get it. You need a highlighter or something?
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Louis.
Khan, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 7. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto you, the house of Israel.
Unto thee. It's like unto the house
unto
of
thee, a house of Israel.
No. I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Can I start over?
That's fine.
Khan. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Mm-hmm. The son of man, that's black. That's us. That's us. That's Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. All right. You understand? We are the sons of men. You understand? We're not the angels. We're not. You know, we're not with the Most High in the fourth dimension. All right. We the sons of men, and this is talking about us. You know what I'm saying? And it says, I've set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. You understand? There are watchmen in the earth, but are they the pastors? Are they the Christian pastors? You understand? Are they the Muslim mosque? Like, who's really out here warning the people. Who's out here watching over the people? Commander General Honda got a show called Black Watch. That's who's really watching over Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He's showing you the signs and he's warning you of what's to come. But you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear another black man, another son of a man. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ is God to you. But another black man, you know, he's nothing. Go ahead. You want to say something?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lewis.
Can I don't come? Therefore, thou shalt.
Go ahead.
Therefore, thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them for me.
Right. This is him warning us right here in the book of Ezekiel. Is him warning us in Amos, warning us in Deuteronomy, warning us all throughout the Bible. And we're supposed to take these records and warn Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Go out into Ybor City and tell Ybor City, if you don't stop celebrating these wicked holidays, you're going to be gunned down in these streets. Your babies are going to be taken from you. You're going to be in poverty for the rest of eternity. You understand? The Lord warned us. You're going to go into World War III and you think you're going to have a chance, and the Lord is going to destroy you. The Lord sent us out here to tell you these things, but you don't want to hear it. Keep going.
Verse 8. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die.
The Lord is telling you that you're going to die if you're wicked, man. You're going to be unalive if you're celebrating wicked holidays. You don't even gotta be you had sex with another man's wife. You understand? It don't even gotta be you took another person's life. You celebrating Halloween is good enough for the Most High to get rid of you. And he warned you not to do that. He warned you not to keep these holidays. And he sent us to relay that message. He sent ISU. He can't send Officer in the shop out there to relay that message. Send Officer Shiratazah to relay that message to you. You don't care about everybody. Yo, you want us to love everybody and tell them everything. It's their damn holiday. Let them celebrate their holiday. Got nothing to do with us. You understand? But you mad at us because we're telling you that if you do these things, you shall what?
Thou shalt surely die.
Keep going.
If thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his ways.
Now, if we didn't go out to Ybor City, if we don't go out to Ybor City, and we don't warn you, and we don't tell you to stop this wicked thing you're doing, what happens?
That the wicked man shall die and in his, that the wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will be required at thine hand.
Then it's our fault. Now it's our fault. Now your life is on, your blood is on our hands now, because we don't go out there. We was out there though, so we did our job. You know what I'm saying? Give it up to the ISUBK Tampa. You know what I'm saying? Give it up to Most High in Christ. You understand? Follow the order and warn the people.
Damn right.
But the people wanted to do it anyway. They wanted to commit the wickedness that they wanted to commit anyway. But that, guess what? We warned you. The ISUBK warned you. The blood is not on our hands. Keep going.
Verse 9. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it.
Nevertheless, even though, you know what I'm saying, although, you know what I'm saying, like on the other hand, what?
If thou warn the wicked of his ways to turn from it.
But on the other hand, if you warn the wicked, you know what I'm saying, if you warn Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians of their wickedness, to turn away from their wickedness, what?
If he do not turn from his way,
if we
he
go
shall
out there,
die in it.
Hold up. If we go out to Ybor City and warn you of everything you're doing that's wicked, and you don't listen, you don't turn away from it, you keep continuing your wickedness, you celebrate Halloween, you go out there thinking you're having a great time and nobody's going to get hurt because it's just innocent fun, right? Nobody's getting hurt from me coming out here and celebrating demons. If you don't listen, what's going to happen?
He shall die in his iniquity.
You shall what?
He shall die in his iniquity.
There it is, man. That's what happened to our brothers and sisters in Ybor City a week after we left Ybor City. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it confused. This is sad and unfortunate. This could have been avoided. This didn't have to happen. But guess what? Read on.
But thou hast delivered thy soul.
Listen, man.
Verse 10.
We are right in the ISUPK, man.
Good to go.
We good to go. All right. So next time you got the ISUPK in your city, maybe you'll listen to them crazy Negroes. Maybe you'll listen to them people that you call hate group, dressing all black, spreading racism and hate and bigotry and narcissism and every foul word you got to say about the ISUPK, but we trying to save your life. Maybe you'll listen. So like, I get it.
I'm sorry, Christ. Give me. Appreciate it. All right, let's get. Anybody else got anything you want to add? The floor is open. What you got, Shawatazak?
No, I'm too off, sir.
Come on, I got one, sir.
Come on with it.
Is that Magazine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Let me get can somebody pull up Proverbs 3 and 31?
Young man Mario, is Mario in here? Is Mario in here?
Sir.
Go ahead and get that. Proverbs 3 and 31.
3 and 31, sir. Read whenever you got it.
Mario, you got it?
Sir. Still trying to get in.
Okay.
It's Proverbs, what, sir?
Chapter 3, verse 31.
Sir, I got it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the open.
You got it, Magazar.
Khan.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
What?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
It says, envy thou not the oppressors. Understand what I'm saying? These Halloween, these holidays that y'all celebrating, these traditions of the other nations, you don't supposed to celebrate that, man. We come out there on the street corners every Saturday teaching this, blowing the trumpet, telling you not to do these things. Ever since 1969, Commander General Hunter been raising up and waking these people up from the dead. Let you know that these are things that you don't supposed to be doing. You don't supposed to be celebrating Halloween. You don't supposed to be celebrating Christmas and Valentine's Day and all this other different nonsense that we don't supposed to be doing. Keep reading.
And choose none of his ways.
Choose none of their ways. Know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to be out there at no damn Halloween party, Guagaween. You see what just happened? 2 is unalive right now. 16 is injured. That's what happened when you go against the Most High. Understand what I'm saying? We go out there every Saturday Out of everything we could be doing, we out there waking up our peoples every Saturday. And that is so true. And that was so heavy that the brother brought out that we just was out there. What, last week? That's crazy. We were just out there blowing that trumpet. Mm-hmm. And like the brother said, this could have been avoided. But guess what? 2 is unalive. 16 is injured. See, these are things what happens when you envy your oppressor, when you try to be like your oppressor.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? You don't supposed to be going out there to be no homosexual. You don't supposed to be out there celebrating holidays, out there smoking cigars, out there, your women out there half damn naked. These are the things that you don't supposed to be doing.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? Following the laws, statutes, commandments is what you're supposed to be doing. That's what we go out there to teach and wake our peoples up. Because that time is now. It's time to wake up. That's all I got on that.
Most High Christ. Most High Christ. Hey, so chill out. Like what you just brought out, we all talking like in the truth, super heavy, right? Because like we out there, Magazar, we envying our oppressor, right? They look like they're having the time of their life. You know what I'm saying? They look like, you know what I mean? Damn, why can't I join in? Why he get, why he got a new car? Why he got, why he get to celebrate this? Why he get to do that? You know what I mean? They having the time of their life, and we just want to join in, right?
Right.
Well, let's read Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Somebody give me Micah chapter 2, verse 10, okay? Micah 2 and 10. We want to chill and rest and smoke cigars with them. Mm-hmm. We want to walk up and down the street and, you know what I mean, get high and do all these things that they're doing. You know what I mean? We want to chill and rest and kick it and then, you know what I mean, dress up and all these other things, right? Well, the scripture we're going to read is going to tell you shouldn't do that, okay? This now 2023, this is not the time for you to be looking to be chilling and having a good time and just kicking it and trying to trust in America. I trust in, you know what I mean, trust in his dollar bill, his society, his economy. We trusting in that and we want to be a part of it. We just want to join in. I want to have fun too. Well, read Micah chapter 2 and verse 10.
Come.
Come.
Go ahead, Louis.
Come, sir. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye.
Yes, first
and
of all, arise. Right. First, let's arise ye, okay? Get up out of that, okay? Go ahead, read on.
And depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. And it shall destroy you, even with sore destruction.
That's what's happening to us today. That's what happened in Tampa, okay? The scriptures say, arise ye and depart. Stop trying to be a part of America. Stop trying to celebrate Halloween. Stop, you know what I mean, celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas. The scriptures say, arise, get up out of this. Get up out of it and depart from it. Separate yourself, okay? For this is not your rest. We just want to rest. I get it. Don't get me wrong, Sharatazar. I get it. Negroes just want some rest, man. We want to rest. We want to have a good time. We don't want to just always be, work. But that's what we do in this school. First of all, I got a slave. That's one work. Then I got to come into school and do some work. You know what I'm saying? Then I got my family I got to deal with. That's work. You know what I'm saying? Work. Trying to get us right. The scriptures say, depart and arise. Okay? For this is not your rest. I know you just want to rest. I know you just want to chill, but now's not the time. 2023, now is not the time, man. Okay? Because it is polluted. You trying to rest in this place is pollution. You're gonna be trying to celebrate Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving. You're gonna be trying to rest in pollution, man. Something that is gonna destroy you. Okay, it shall destroy you, even with a sore stroke. Okay, and how does that happen? The Lord sends His angels to make it happen. Okay, just like He's destroying Jerusalem, He destroyed the other nations. We're gonna get it too. You know what I'm saying? If we don't try to arise and come up out of this. This is not your rest, black man, black woman, black child. This is not your rest, man. It's time to work. It's time to put in the work and get us out of this condition. Okay, that's what time it is. Okay, I just wanted to, man. Listen. We can't be trying to do what they do and get what they get. This is not your rest. This is not your heaven. Okay, what's the scripture say? Something's got to be destroyed for us. You know what I mean? This place got to die for you to get your kingdom. You got to work for this place. You got to work for the revolution. What's on top needs to go to the bottom, and what's on the bottom needs to come to the top. It's time to put in some work, not stand on the sideline and just watch and wait. That's what so many blacks want to do. Hispanics, Native Indians. You give them the truth, and they're like, "Yeah, man, what y'all saying is so right. It's so true and so heavy." But I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and do the work. Just let me know when it's over. Let me know when yeah. Let me know when it's time to when it's time to get the reward. No sweat.
They say Salakia.
Go ahead.
So they say the water for all y'all do. The water for the hard work. The water. Like, man, if you would come get in class, bro, stop playing.
Yeah, man. Man, Christ said what He said. The harvest is plenty, but the workers are few. Don't nobody want this work that needs to be done right now in 2023, man. But listen, we got some young men up in here that are about to become troopers, and hopefully they're aspiring to be officers, and they'll get some of this work. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, the Lord and the Most High on the Commanding General Yohana, Lewis raise up Cape Town, and we'll go have camp out there one day. You know what I mean? If Christ don't return before then. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, what you were bringing up was so heavy. You know what I mean? When you say these young men that start about to be a trooper, like I raised my kids up the same way I was raised up inside of this truth. You know what I mean? So my son even told me that was his friends that had got that went out there and did that or got unaligned or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, that could have been you. Mm-hmm. But you know what you chose? You chose to follow your father's instructions, just like your father came in here and followed the instructions of these men above me.
That's heavy. That's super heavy what you just said, because he's making the choices that you made. No time Christ. Like you just brought out. You brought it out earlier, my Gazar. You said we go out there, we could be doing other things. We go out there and sacrifice every Saturday and bring y'all the truth. Well, that young man, he sacrifices his nights where he could be watching this or doing that and doing who else knows what, right? He's in class. You know what I'm saying? He's sacrificing. He's ready to put in some work. He's, you know what I mean? He's training, you know what I mean? He's getting his strength up to get out here and get some of this work, man.
Right.
Hey, I have to say, give the brother another hand for, the awesome work he's doing raising his goddamn family like that. You know what I'm saying? No kind of Christ.
If I could, you know what I'm saying? Like my Gazar, what happened was you warned the wicked, and the wicked turned from his evil ways. You understand? Not to say that your son is wicked, but you warned him. You get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? And he chose not to follow after the wicked ways of this world.
Right.
He chose rather to turn around and serve the Most High.
And also, and that's how you dedicate your son to the Most High,
right?
By changing your life,
right?
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Heavy. The scriptures say every firstborn belongs to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Most High in Christ, man. Shit. I don't envy the oppressor. I envy you, man. That is what's up. What's up? Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Good work, man. Shit. Anybody else got anything else? What's Monday night? Commander General Yohana probably about to jump in.
Oh, he already on.
He already on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nobody got anything else? I like that. What's that? Oh shit! Shiraz is out ready to put in some work. What's that? A sword? A hatchet? A machete? Oh man, that's decent. That's decent. I got one like that. I'm gonna bring mine. Just like that one. I got it in my safe at the crib.
You know, Blade keep one too.
Oh, right. Hey, I'm gonna bring mine too, man. Y'all bring y'all next time. I'm gonna bring mine. We all gonna show out. We all gonna show out together. Most High Christ. Most High Christ. All right. So with that, we'll go ahead and end the class. Okay. You got to go ahead and do the announcements, Shiraz. Lights is out.
All right, clap it up. We have the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. All right, we are not affiliated with any so-called Hebrew Israelite group. All right, we don't wear one color in here. You know what I'm saying? We got the spirit of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians all over us. So whatever we choose to wear is what we wear. All right, I just want to let that be known.
Unless you are aspiring to be a trooper or are a trooper, in that case, you should have on all black right now.
I'm right. And all right, so rules for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10 means tenth in the Hebrew ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations. The next upcoming holy convocation is the Feast of Purim, the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. Wait, so lucky. I skipped one actually. The Feast of Dedication, which is Hanukkah, all right, which is the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. All right, so for 8 days, you're going to keep this celebration. It's the rededication of the temple. You can find it in 1 Maccabees chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. All right, so it starts Thursday, December 7th, and you keep these days for 8 days. All right.
And if I may, real quick, the Passover is coming up. We know that. So you want to go ahead and start trying to pay your Passover fund, okay? Don't wait till the last minute, okay? Start trying to pay that Passover feet. So, you know what I mean? Everything can be right, you know what I mean, and good. Okay, and start making your provisions to be at the Passover. Okay, just start getting everything in order and in line, so there's no last minute hiccups. Okay,
Right.
so I can.
No sweats. Anyone who would like to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf, like Officer in the shots as stated earlier. With that, I majum, which means stand. In Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the teacher in the class. In Israel, Imam Shabbat, I majum. Barak,
How about
Matah, hands down. Sisters can stand. By the way, just in case the sisters don't know, when you stand at a majum Shabbat, you should have your hands, one hand, your right hand over your left hand interlocked. All right, just like that. And that's how you're going to stand at Imam Shabbat. And when I say Barak, well, when you Barak, you place your right hand over your chest flat, not as a fist. Just want to make sure everybody understands. You go from this to this. All right. All right, men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yajimatah. All right, what we said to the sisters was, may Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. All right, and with that, shalom. Class is dismissed. Also, ISBK Florida Winter's War Cookout is coming up. Fast approaching. You can make your arrangement, get with your camp leader. You know what I'm saying, exactly what's going on. The flyer is in the making, as well as the itinerary. So be on the lookout for that information. But it's coming, it's fast approaching. And listen, man, we need all hands on deck to not only prepare for this event, but to also push it. All right, we're going to need everybody to help promote this event. So you know what I'm saying? For now, you just be on standby, all right?
Yay.
All right. All right, y'all.